G'day guys, the people have spoken and the people are crying out for Unico Zelo. G'day guys, Tom and Wade here from Different Drop, and we are announcing today the 2023 DD People's Choice Winery of the Year, and it is our great mates Unico Zelo.
Tom, what people would they be that chose this award? Is it the punters?
It's not important, mate.
Was it the two people sitting in these two chairs?
No, that's cynical.
No.
Look, we chose the winning winery on behalf of the people.
Yes.
Because the simple fact of the matter is we can't sell enough Unico Zelo. Year in, year out, they're one of our most popular brands, and it doesn't seem to matter what we try and do to slow it down. No, we can bury the wines in the back of the store. We can write absolute garbage about the lovely owners. It doesn't matter. The wines just keep selling.
No, and it is amazing just the incredible popularity of this brand, considering like their entire ethos around the varietal choice. Like we're not talking
it's about not being popular.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, they're not just banging out like $25 Barossa Shiraz. These are all fascinating varieties. So so it's very, very cool. Good on you people for buying so much of these guys.
So thanks guys. So the people behind Unico Zelo, it's husband and wife team, Brendan and Laura Carter. We've been working with Brendan and Laura for, basically since we started our business 10 years ago.
Since they started theirs, first vintage.
Somewhere deep in YouTube there's a video of me in our garage interviewing Brendan.
Yeah.
We were both pretty baby-faced, I think. So.
G'day guys, Tom here from Different Drop. Pumped to get cracking with 2015 and our first video for the year. Very excited to have with us Brendan Carter from one of our favourite new Adelaide Hills ventures, and that's Unico Zelo. Firstly, thanks for coming, but thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And even back then, it was the same narrative with Brendan and Laura. Their whole passion and ethos is about sustainability, innovation, exploring new varieties, new styles, looking to the future, and not just in a winemaking sense either, but a whole wine marketing sense as well.
Man, I love their story. So like a young couple, Brendan's from Queensland, go Queensland, and so was working wine retail, wanted to get into the winemaking side of it, so moved to Adelaide. Laura was working at Henschke for a while as assistant winemaker there. Then the two sort of hooked up, went on a little trip around Italy, fell in love with all these amazing varieties, and just thought, how well could these work in Australia with our sort of climate, and our sort of, food and wine culture, how well are these going to fit? And they've just come back and just blown the doors off it for the last decade.
It was this wine that kind of kicked things off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Jaden Jasper Fiano, Fiano is becoming more popular in Australia now, but Unico Zelo were amongst the first. Not the first, there was Coriol and Oliver's Tarango and a couple others early, but they were very, very early. I remember this getting a couple big reviews that really made people take notice of Unico Zelo, but also of the great Fiano and how exciting this could be in Australia's climate.
Yeah, and for all sorts of reasons. One, it just is bloody drinkable in hot weather, right? Because it's got a little bit more texture than something like Riesling, but it still keeps its acid, even in hot climate. Yeah. So it doesn't need much water. So this grows really well in the riverland.
Yeah,
you don't have to irrigate it. Yeah, and so it's sustainable, it's delicious, it suits what we eat, win-win-win.
That ease of growing and the fact that you can get fruit from places like the riverland, which are cheaper to grow fruit, you can plant bigger volumes, not have to water the grapes, as you say, means that they're able to get this out at incredible prices. This is hovered between, say, $22 and $25 retail for a decade.
Crazy.
Which is unbelievable when the price of wines is going up, particularly like handcrafted wines. And they've managed to hold the pricing of this. And it's no fluke. It's because it's designed that way from the beginning.
It's been a house favourite. Like literally we go through dozens of this a year at my house. Because it's just a perfect all-rounder. And if you're looking for a perfect way,
doesn't it?
If you're looking for a perfect way to check out this variety, that would be my recommendation as your sort of 101.
The Fiano Man. He's got a great T-shirt.
The
Fiano Man.
Song.
He loves it, Brendan.
Cool.
So alternative grape varieties is one thing. The other wine of theirs that's been a real staple throughout the whole Unico Zelo journey has been Esoterico. Australia's most popular orange wine, certainly our most popular orange wine. We sell bucket loads of this.
Absolutely. Orange wines have always freaked you out, try this because this is the wine that it's kind of like the gateway drug, orange wine, I think,
So it's a blend of, let's see if I get this right, it's a blend of Zabebo, Moscato Giallo, Gewurz, Traminer. So three very exotic, juicy, tropical kind of varieties, very aromatic, and then Greco di Tufo and maybe some Fiano too, I'm not sure, which provided that acid backbone. All pretty early picked, because if you let those varieties go, it's going to be pretty funky, over the top sort of style. Early picked, so you retain freshness and zip. It's only about 10.5% alcohol, actually.
Which is great.
It's basically a fruit drink and an energy drink, isn't it?
It's brekkie juice. So if you see the color of it, I mean, it's not a fully gnarly, like intimidating looking orange wine. And they've pulled it back a little bit over the recent years in terms of just how orange and sort of textural it is.
Yeah.
Going for a little bit more freshness these days than trying to freak people out. But this is absolutely delicious. And all those muscat varieties just lend themselves so beautifully to these skin contact wines, because the aromatics are incredible.
That's even looking better now for a bit of extra time in bottle, hasn't it? It's filled out a little bit over the last month or two. Such an easy wine to like. Perfect introduction to orange wine. And again, that's what Brendan and Laura are all about, that they want the people to enjoy the wines, right?
Yes.
They want to explore new styles and varieties, but they're always thinking about the customer.
Like that's the whole ethos. It's geared from the customer back, and I love it. Because you're just getting insane value for money across the range.
And I say, like a younger customer too. Like they're not shy about targeting a new generation of wine drinkers, but not cynically, not just with like fancy labels, with like genuine wines and stories and consistency. Like they've been pumping these wines out for a decade now. That's fantastic, isn't it?
That's so delicious.
All right, moving on now to the red of the lineup. So Brendan, over the years we've known him, has always talked about his dream for one particular variety that he thinks could rise to become a major force in Australian wine. And that variety's been Nero d'Avola. So much so that he called this wine his pipe dream to make a Nero that could, you could charge a little bit more money for, not that this is expensive, and make a serious, delicious wine, not just some easy drinking little thing that maybe, just maybe one day might challenge Shiraz for, the throne for Australian, fuller-bodied reds.
I'm all about it because, this is grown in Adelaide Hills, and of course there's a lot of Shiraz grown in the hills. But in terms of making something that's much more sustainable to grow, like Shiraz in Australia is a sook. It actually hates the heat, and it's a bit of a bitch to grow. Whereas Nero loves the heat, comes from Sicily. It's like, bring on the sunshine. Doesn't need much water, and it makes beautiful, bright, juicy red wines in a medium weight with freshness. And what more could you want in an Australian climate?
Have a taste of that. That's delicious. That's exactly what you're looking for. It's something like a Grenache Shiraz kind of territory, like Shiraz, but without the kind of real tannins. It's got a freshness and a softness to it. Lots of flavour. Blue fruit, yum.
Nice sort of violet lift on the nose, like a fresh and aromatic.
Feels like it's mostly kind of older oak. You don't get a big whack of oak. And I think that's key to the approach of winemaking across the wines. It's very minimalist in the winery. It's not all completely natural, though they use sulfur when they have to, but it's minimal additions, lots of old oak, lots of amphora, and just trying to, I guess, make sustainable is the word. They're certified B Corp operation. And they're doing an amazing job to craft wines like this, but at scale as well.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's the modern sort of fresh approach to everything that they're doing, but they manage to do it at a scale where they can still deliver crazy value. And we love these guys. Like we've been mates with them for 10 years.
Yeah, they're great people, and I think what I admire about what Brendan and Laura have done is they're always pushing the envelope. They're always trying new things, and they're really not afraid to challenge a status quo in the Australian wine industry, which does have particular ways of doing things, and they don't give a shit.
No.
They're just out there doing their own thing, and I think that's why people love them and why so many of our customers love them and why we named them our People's Choice Wine Review.
Well, you named them. Your People's Choice.
Yeah, we are speaking on behalf of
course.
you. Yeah, no kickbacks or anything like that. So, guys, check out these wines. There's plenty of other great wines in the range too. There's Dolcetto, there's the Truffle Hunter Nebbiolo.
Fresh AF.
The little blend thing.
There's a million
wines. And Unico Zelo, there's Rosé, there's Single Vineyard Fianos. God knows what else they've got in the shed. They're always doing new things. So congratulations, Brendan and Laura. Well done, everyone, for supporting this incredible small Australian business. And we'll be back again soon with some other winners.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Bye.